Good evening. All right. What year is it? Oh, good. It's 2000. Phantom Menace on VHS. Jar Jar Binks, y'all. Phone simulation, phone simulation, phone simulation. 2000. Yeah. Sing it with me. Let me hear you. Phone simulation, phone simulation, phone simulation. 2000, yeah. Oh, all right. Not bad. Give it up for your host, Mark Hornback, the well Hungarian. Well, all right. Phone simulation, phone simulation, phone simulation. 2000. What? Wash your jeans, bring your notebook, bring your jokes. We got a microphone at the phone simulation, phone simulation, phone simulation. 2000. Thank you so much. You're too kind. Is this thing off? Oh, you're laughing at me. Still counts. Phone simulation, yeah. Phone simulation 2000. I can't hear you. I can't hear you in the mic. All right, let's get this night started. I know you came to have a good time. Yeah, practice your jokes now. I'm gonna see you over there. Phone simulation 2000.
Yeah, thank you everybody for coming to Fun Simulation 2000 Romantic Edition. I'm drinking some red wine and with our resident singer, Ian Ryland Smith from South Dakota. You'll be seeing him later. Thank you for dancing, Ian Ryland Smith. We're coming up, guys, on this is gonna be fun. First of all, we have a lot of comics, a lot of people showed up. This is gonna be great. I like everybody that I know that's here, so I don't have to give anyone the light early tonight, which I swear I don't do that often. I don't. We do have a running thing, a tradition at Fun Simulation that if you ask how much time you have left, I always respond with 1 minute, regardless of how much time is left, because nothing good comes after someone asks that. So we do that. Unless there's less than a minute, then it does not reset. You can't trick me like that anymore. I won't do that. Somebody tricked me one night and I just kept doing it and it went about 15 minutes long. So we won't do that anymore. But it's February. We're coming up on the 1-year anniversary of our last live reads local, which I realized I didn't even host. I didn't host the last live one. It was March 8th last year. I had a guest host. I showed up late and drunk. I went to a hockey game before and I showed up late and drunk, I believe. Also, that is the 1-year anniversary of the last time I used a urinal. I've not even seen one or used one. I have not gone to a place that has one. I will get one installed in my house. When I buy a house, I will have a urinal in my garage. Don't ask questions. It's gonna happen. This is gonna be good. I wrote some jokes last night in my phone when I was falling asleep. And I was too tired to pay attention. And my note just says, remember this number and it'll all make sense. And it's just like 4 digits. And I don't know if it's a pin to something. So I'm not going to try to decipher that joke. We have another comedian entering the room right now. This is going to be great. It's going to be like speed dating. I'm going to go on the mic with the comics for a minute and introduce you next to me. And then whoever does the best, I have to marry at the end of the night. Sorry, Christine, but this is Christine said that's fine. She said she's okay with that. So we'll give out a special prize, which will be marrying me, I think. Mark always likes me after 15 seconds. I do light Adam Clausel pretty early. And that gives him enough time to know that there's 3 minutes, 45 seconds left. He goes, light me after the first 15, light me after my opener, so I know I could go into my story. And that's how that's been working out for years. He doesn't have to remind me that. There's some new faces. I'm really excited, guys. This is gonna be really good. I'm gonna start this off. I don't even know who is first. I didn't even check. Bad prep on this. Oh no, it is the very lovely in Chicago right now, Adam Quasel. How's it going? Nice to meet you.
Well, you know, it's been a while since I got back out of the dating scene, so you know, I appreciate you doing this on Valentine's Day for me. It means a lot.
See, there you go. Nobody goes dateless tonight. That's why I'm doing this. I'll let Adam tell us a little bit more about himself. Thank you, Adam Quaslow.
All right, I I was bullied a lot as a kid. When I was in 4th grade, I was bullied by my entire class. And I still can't believe that 9-year-old children could be so organized. In middle school, I had a class where I was assigned to write a paper on Elton John. And I don't know if you guys knew this, but Elton John is gay. Surprised me because he has that song about how much he loves to fight on the weekends. So I thought for sure he was pounding vag, but he's gay. And back in the early 2000s, 12-year-olds did not think that was cool. So I got bullied for getting assigned homework. Because if you write a paper about somebody who's gay, bully logic dictates you must be gay for writing a paper. Like, they had me worried that one day my dad was going to sit me down like, you're my son. I love you no matter what, but I need you to be honest with me. Do you know what year Elton John was born? In high school, I was a theater kid, which was a mistake. Theater kids are the only group of people it should be okay to bully. But I was bullied by them, which is fucking embarrassing because that means I wasn't cool enough to hang out with people who love to dance but don't have rhythm. And like, I've just always wondered, how do theater kids know everything about musicals they've never seen? Like, are they buying the soundtracks to shows they haven't watched? Because if you do that, you should be on house arrest. What's weird about this pandemic was at the beginning, when we found out it originated in China, people use that as an excuse to be super racist. Like, some people still are. Like, I remember when we found out there were people who refused to get food from Chinese restaurants because the virus started in China. Let me let you guys in on a little secret. Nothing you have ever ordered from a Chinese restaurant was Chinese. These leeks are from Indiana. Crab Rangoon is from San Francisco. Okay?
Yeah.
Of course it's not authentic. We just found a way to fry cream cheese and seafood together and call ourselves cultured. If anything we ordered was authentic, I think we'd be able to agree on the name of the general who made this chicken. Okay? I brought up people hating gay people for no reason earlier. That's still, people still like say they do that because of the Bible, right? Oh, the Bible says it's a sin. The Bible says the same thing about wearing clothing made of 2 different fabrics. Like, if you're wearing a wool cotton blend right now, I hope you like brimstone. No one gives a shit what's in the Bible. I'll prove it. Every woman in this Zoom call, after your last period, did you wait a week and then bring your priest 2 birds? Because that's in there. And if you haven't done it, you are unclean. That's how I know no one cares it's in the Bible. I've seen a lot of churches. Not one of them had a fucking bird sanctuary, okay? So if we're going to pick and choose, maybe we can put homophobia in the same pile as menstrual pigeons. And by the way, guys, we're supposed to do the same thing every time we ejaculate, which means I owe my rabbi a few 100,000 cum doves.
Thank you, Adam Quaslow. Adam Orthodox Quaslow going out there into the Old Testament for some bits. I like it. It explains all those bird cages you have around your house and the varying amount of birds every time. Some days there's 2, some days there's a few hundred when he's building up, I guess. I don't really know. Not gonna ask too many questions. Our next comedian coming up, please welcome Carrie Cool Trip.
Hey, what's up, guys? Man, we out here. Like, I don't know about y'all, man, but like, I hate having these overly political friends, right? That's always trying to like put me in a party type shit. My homeboys the other day, man, he said, man, are you demo or repo? I was like, man, I don't know. I don't care. He go, what do you like? I said, well, I like to get high and I like guns. He go, oh, you libertarian. That's easy. I don't know what libertarianism is, but if I can get free weed and guns, sign me up. I'll be whatever you want to be if I can get free weed out of the shit. Oh, man. He don't even know. I actually shot my first gun, right? This is how I shot my first gun. With my redneck white friend and his dad. This is a bad idea, but I decided to do this in Sanger, Texas. I decided to go out to Sanger, Texas. That's a sketchy town a few hours from Dallas. So they not saying the N-word to my face out there, but you can smell it. You can smell it strong out there. That's how sketchy this town. Now, when my friend and his dad picked me up, they showed up to my house in an old ass white Ford F-150 truck. This whole truck was screaming white supremacy. That's how sketchy the truck looked. I swear to God, that was like the first KKK truck. That's how bad the truck looked. I still don't even know why I'd agreed to this. So I noticed it was a 2-seater pickup truck. So I go, where am I going to sit, fellas? There's no more room for me. His daddy go, oh, you good. We're going to strap you down in the bed. I don't think that's the right term to use with me. Granted, my ancestry history. I don't think you should be strapping me down anywhere. Y'all is not taking me anywhere. Like, I feel like they was like picking me up to drop me off. I didn't like that. So I get to the back. I'm in the back tied down. We heads out towards Sanger, Texas. Now, mind you, we in Dallas. It's traffic lights, trees. All of a sudden, all that disappeared. It was no more roads. It was dirt roads, no telephone poles, no more sun. It was a whole different civilization. And all of a sudden, he pulls over on the side of the road. And I thought I was about to die. And I said, I hope they don't leave me out here because I hadn't had sex with Gwyneth Paltrow yet. I can't die like this.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, I heard pow, pow. Somebody shot something. And it turned out to be his daddy shot a deer.
Yeah.
And they took this big ass grown dead deer and put it in the back of the bed with me. I couldn't believe it. I've never seen Bambi look like that. I was so scared. We finally gets to his house. His dad had a whole closet full of guns. He put T.I. to shame. You remember when T.I. got caught with this shit in his garage? No, not on my boy dad. My boy had all type of machine guns, rifles. He even had a grenade in there. Why do you need this? You're a farmer. Who do you need this much protection from out here? And you know what? I think my time is getting close, but to be continued, guys. I'll finish it next week. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Carrie Cold Trip. I look forward to the end of that story. We know you make it out alive. That's good. We know you make it back. That's the best part about it. I think that's what happened.
It
like,
really is.
Do you think Henry Ford made like the Model A and Model T, and then someone at Ford Motor Company was like, the racist, they're not buying these. They won't give up their horses. And then the pickup truck was invented, like the first Ford pickup, just so people could stand in the back and be more overtly racist from the back of a pickup. If you're gonna be racist, that seems to be the chosen. standing with your hands, with your hand on top of the cab. I'm not sure. I've seen a pickup before. Imagine a pickup truck. There we go. It's a Ford. Our next meeting coming up. Please welcome. I don't know if you've been here before. Please welcome Will Purpura. Thank you.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Oh, when I get spotlit, it's just, you just see it up close, how disturbingly ugly I am. I just don't know. I don't know what haircut. I've been cutting my own hair recently, and I just realized, there's no way to make it look good. Professional me doing it. I'll just do it myself. I mean, like, what am I like? It's never even. I just all right. Well, I'm trying to keep my zone safe. Okay, I have a new rule. If you want to be my friend, if you had a good relationship with your parents, stay away. I don't want to hear about it. Okay. People are always going, oh, my parents are so very accepting. Well, mine weren't, okay? They took years to accept the fact that I existed, okay? I don't appreciate people. Here's my trauma, okay? I slept in the same bed as my parents until I was 12 years old, okay? Not by choice. That was my chore in the house. I was the meat in a sexless marriage sandwich. I slept right in the middle so they didn't have to look at each other, okay? How does that affect me growing up? I got to sleep with 2 full-size body pillows on either side of me at all times with 2 angry faces painted on them, so I feel safe at night. I'm having a problem. I don't like, everybody's having an issue with this pandemic. I hate these people, though, that are trying to put a bright face on it. They're like, hey, maybe it's a blessing in disguise. Shut up. So just so you could get that dumb thing you never had the time to do. It's like, oh, yeah, maybe we thought it was a pandemic that killed 400,000 people, but maybe it was just an excuse for me to get that online yoga degree. Yeah. Mental health is my top priority during this quarantine. I am limiting down my social media. I am down to 2 hours per hour. Got to be strong. And I have a lot of circular negative thoughts during this whole time. And I have to be smart, and I have to reframe them into something positive. So now it is a carousel of negative thoughts. Okay, it's fun. This is some forehead. I mean, people have brought it up to me in the past, and I'm like, what are you talking about? It's not that bad. And then Spotlight came upon. Spotlight, what have you done to me? Okay, I used to be able to ignore this with fun house mirrors and stuff. I spent my 20s hating myself, and now I'm in my 30s, and I'm spending my 30s hating myself in my 20s. I hate that guy. God, I hate that guy. I hate when people say, if I had a time machine, I'd go back and kill Hitler. I'd kill me, okay? I'd go back, find me, and kill me. Hunt me down. Whoo! Living in a spooky house. I'm living in a house, and let me tell you, like, every time I hear these noises, like big, loud, clunking noises, and they're like, that's the house settling in. This house was built in 1930. How much time do you need to settle in? Put your feet up, house. Take your damn time. Every night over here, it's like Christmas Eve because I can't sleep and I think someone's breaking in. All right. That's it for me. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, thank you. I cut my own hair too because, I'm not gonna risk COVID. No, the only people that see this are my coworkers, and I usually blur my background so it just blurs all the way to here. It just looks like a mat. It's really strange. I blur my background so you're the only people besides my wife that has to see my hair, and I cut it myself. I recommend everybody. You know what? Between now and next open mic, everybody cut your hair one time. Everybody go cut your hair. You get a minute if you cut your hair during the fastest minute this week as well. I'm gonna do that. We're gonna keep rolling though. Our next video coming up. Please welcome Gary Hughes.
I can't do that because black people can't cut their hair with scissors. Like y'all could just chop with fucking scissors. Y'all can make a whole elementary school project with your hair and just go chop, chop, chop. You just hold it, bam, bam, bam. Go outside and people won't say much about it, but people, ignore you for the most part. If I even put clippers to my head the wrong way and go outside, oh man, people know I just got out of prison. I'm just out the ward. I look crazy. I already got like the stubble beard that I always look like I got out of jail. Like all the little beady beads is like, look like I just got out. I don't know, man. I spent like 45 minutes in line at C's Candy yesterday to get some damn candy. I didn't know C's Candy run a tight ship. Boy, that lady come out, she was fierce. Everybody straight line. I need straight line, please. Does anybody have an online or pickup order? Anyone? Online or pickup order? Follow me. Follow. I'm like, bitch, it's just chocolate. Relax. I did that, just all that for chocolate. I couldn't believe it. I brought my girlfriend a tennis racket because she played tennis, wanted to play tennis together. So I bought 2 tennis rackets and some chocolate. I know she liked me because you know what she bought me? She bought me an extra Xbox controller. I was like, yes! Like, yes! She was like, now we can play together. I'm in my head like, now my roommate and I can play Madden together. Oh, yeah, baby, we can play together. But now I can beat his ass in Madden. That was cool. That was sweet of her. And she made a playlist for me. Made a playlist. I haven't been romantic. I've never been a romantic one to make a playlist. She wrote a playlist and wrote it out for me. It was very nice. I haven't listened to it. She's like, I want to see you. I want to look at you while you listen to it. I was like, nah, I think I want to listen to it while I'm like unconscious so it can really get in my brain. So I'm gonna listen to it while I'm asleep, babe. You know what I'm saying? So I can really get in here, you know what I'm saying? Subconsciously just say shit. It's pretty cool. That was off my Valentine's Day material. I still got time left. Damn. So besides that Valentine's Day, I've been doing shows in person now. I will tell you this. I prefer bombing on Zoom rather than in person. It still does not feel good in person. On here, it's fine. Like I could bomb, I could turn my camera off, I get back to my Madden. Over there, it's just dry throats and the people looking at you. And I'm like, yo, I do not miss this. I don't miss this at all. I wish y'all was telling. I don't know. It was just interesting. Like, anybody been doing comedy and back in person? Anybody open back up? No, not in Chi-Town, huh? No, Chi-Town's pretty. I won't say that I got the the extra, I just tell you my arm hurts and you can put that together. I'm powerful than all you motherfuckers. Do you ever places are open? Oh, yeah, places are open 1 minute. All right, there it goes. All right, still, yeah, places are open here in the Bay Area. It's fun. I ran into a comedy show one time while I was just walking to go to the car, and I heard a show. I listened to it closely. I didn't hear nothing about rape, so I was like, it's not poetry. So let me go ahead and walk over here and see what's happening. It was comedy. I love running to a show impromptu. It was great. I think that's it for me. Thanks, Hornback. Hey, I can't wait to do this again next week, man. Top 5, baby.
Top 5. Look at Gary Hughes. Top 5 spot for Black History Month. And I'll ruin it by telling him to cut his own hair, which was bad timing as well. And places are open in Chicago. I think more so in the burbs. The city, I think, is at like a limited capacity. Technically, we could do this in person, but I just have a feeling that it would just be comics getting COVID and then stopping the mic for 2 weeks again. I just feel like the first week I did it, we would all get sick. So we're not going to do that, at least until people bring their government microchip cards with them to the mic. Please let me know you got the Bill Gates technology in you, and then we will continue. And then it'll basically be like Zoom because it'll still be using technology. Our next comedian coming up, please welcome Ari Kaplan.
Hey. Oh, hey, what's up? Look, I cut my hair, and I have to say it looks stupid, but what you need to understand is it looks even more stupid from the back. Yeah. So there's always a plus side. Damn, that guy was talking about getting bullied by theater kids. I got called a dirty Jew by theater kids, which is fucked up because theater kids are basically just a type of Jew. I don't know what that means. They both wore costumes. Fuck, I don't know. It's so much. No, it doesn't have to do with me. Cool. Hey, I'm Ari Kaplan. I'm not from Chicago, so I feel like I'm intruding. But anyways, my dad became an Orthodox Jew when I was 12. Which was really kind of confusing for me because I didn't grow up there. I didn't grow up with the culture. So all the customs were very new to me because one time I met the rabbi's mother, kind of like an old Orthodox Jewish lady. And I tried to shake her hand and she was like, oh my God, I'm sorry. I can't do that. I don't touch men. And I was like, that, I understand that, but I feel like you're adding weird implications to this, which I don't really like. Like, I feel like you're implying that I'm trying to fuck you, which is, it's fucked up. And what's even more messed up is her not wanting to shake my hand made me want to fuck her. I don't know. That's not really true. I'm fibbing. I don't want to fuck the rabbi's mother. Anyway, I try to be a masculine guy. I try to become a masculine guy. I like lift weights. I listen to Drake. I sometimes do both at the same time because I'm talented. I don't know. But I figured out the least masculine trait of myself. This hands down, the most feminine aspect of me is that I like to eat Indian food. 100%. If you are a straight man and your favorite, no, I'll explain it. I'll explain it. If you're a straight man and you like to eat Indian food, you are below human. No, I don't know. You're not below human, but you should be ashamed. I'm deeply ashamed of liking to eat Indian food. What about Indian guys? I don't know. I'll cross that bridge when it comes to it. Basically, my main issue is that there's too many vibrant colors. There's too many vibrant colors in Indian. Fuck, you guys are not on board with this at all. There's too many vibrant colors in Indian food. Like, you'll be like eating it and you'll be like, "Excuse me, sir, what's in this?" And they'll be like, "Roses." And you're like, huh. I don't know how I feel about that. Like, but look, there's some hope. There's some hope to this, because you know what the straight guy version of Indian food is? Mexican food. Yeah. Because you're eating Mexican food and you're like, "What's in this?" And they're like, "Cactus." And you're like, "Ooh, danger." I don't know. Fuck. All right, cool. I got a fucking minute here. I'll end with this. You guys hear about this J-pop and K-pop the kids are listening to? You guys know about Japanese pop and Korean pop? I just thought it would be fucking crazy if J-pop stood for Jewish pop, and K-pop was just a mean way to say Jewish pop. Okay, thank you guys. Bye bye.
Hey, Ari Kaplan. I like it. I like that you saw that you lost some people with the Indian food, because we usually gather before the mic and eat Indian food together as well. And then you recovered, and that's very good. I like to see that. We're gonna keep rolling around. Our next meeting coming up. Big fan of the in-person mic. Great guy. Go on a date with him. Andrew Shanklin.
Hello, folks. Hello. I'm a good Catholic boy, and I've been seeing a Jewish girl, folks. That's what we call the original sin.
Yeah.
Catholic boy, Jewish girl. We love that here. No, I've been seeing a Jewish gal, and she said, "Oh, do you want to do Passover this year?" And I said, "I am a picky eater, but for the God of Abraham, I will do anything." Worship the same God, folks. Isn't that good? One thing I like about being in an interfaith relationship is that I can say, "Oh, we'll settle this argument in the afterlife." You can say that anytime we're having an argument. And she goes, "Oh, but Jews don't believe in heaven." And I'm like, exactly.
Yeah.
Oops, okay. I think that people forget that Jesus was Jewish. I think a lot of people forget that. And like, I think the thing with that is like Jewish people will acknowledge, "Oh, Jesus was Jewish," but they don't use the Son of God, which is like, if you lived in Chicago and you're like, "Yeah, Michael Jordan was a good player for the Bulls, but he's just as good as Scottie Pippen and Dennis Rodman. They're all equal players in my eyes. They're all playing the same game." I don't know how much I really like that. It's probably not going to do that ever again. All right, enough of talking about Jewish people for now. I'm a music teacher. I'm teaching from home. During the pandemic, which is fine, except for when my neighbors have a domestic dispute during kindergarten class. That's not fun for me. I'm like, "Listen, kids, mommy and daddy are fighting, but it's not my mommy and daddy. Okay, you're fine. Don't worry." It's just so awkward to have them be like, "You slept with my sister in our mom's bedroom?" And I'm like, "If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands." If you're happy, clap your hands. If you need me to call the police, stomp 3 times. Listening. Okay.
Oh.
Good stuff. People say marriage. Some people say marriage is between a man and a woman. That's stupid. Marriage isn't between a man and a woman. It's between a mommy and a daddy. Folks. That's how marriage works. Sorry. Okay. Stupid. Let's see here. I am looking at my sets, my jokes. Valentine's Day is a weird holiday to me, very weird holiday. It's because we're actually celebrating today the death of Saint Valentine. Saint Valentine is an early Roman who would marry people in private. And there's nothing more Catholic than a private display of affection.
Yeah.
Nothing more Catholic than being like, we cannot be seen kissing, And that's why I think I've gone to a lot of Catholic weddings, and I think my favorite part is we go, oh, you may now kiss the bride. I think it should be, hey, may I kiss your bride, but first, give us a couple seconds and cover our eyes so none of us are tempted to sin, I just feel like that's such a fun moment in a wedding, and no one is really taking advantage of it. Like if I were an ordained minister, I'd be like, you may now kiss the bride. That is literally the most disgusting joke I think I've ever done and will ever do. And I'll be done now. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you, Andrew. And did anyone else think Andrew was an ordained minister until he said he wasn't? Some sort of youth group missing their guitarist. That's how I don't know. We're gonna keep rolling. Our next comedian, also from Chicago. Glad to have them back. Grace Snyder.
Oh, hello. Oh my gosh, I'm so not prepared. I just came from a tassel twirling event. And I'm just thinking, man, like Zoom's getting so creative. I've already gone on a date on this thing where we played strip, 2 truths and a lie. Have you guys ever done that? That was a really good office meeting. We got a lot done that day, so that's good. I work at a bank, so gotta spice things up. I don't know. Zoom's been okay. I miss people. What can I say? But I'm not doing it. I'm not going out into the real world to do an open mic and lick somebody's microphone. It just doesn't appeal to me. I did enough of that beforehand. Licked a lot of mics. That's a euphemism, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh man, but just not doing that right now. I mentioned the summer. Y'all, I don't know y'all know me, but I was chasing cock all summer. And it was really miserable. I got wounded a few times, and now because it's winter, the cock's in the hen house, so I'm not seeing him anymore, which is disappointing. I missed him, but I have the war wounds. He would scratch me with his talons, and I'm talking about a rooster, by the way, if you needed clarification on that. It's not the same kind of STD, it's not an STD, it's a cock TD. I don't know, we'll figure it out. I'm okay though. I'm okay. I was thinking back. I know I shouldn't do this, but maybe not on Valentine's Day. I wasn't doing this today, but thank you, bird flu. That's exactly what it was. So stay away from me. I will not be licking your mic anytime soon. No, I was thinking back to a relationship I was in for almost 8 years, and early on, we had a miscarriage, which is a euphemism also. And I was out on the outhouse in Alaska at the cabin in the woods, and I was just cramping post miscarriage, excuse me, misspoke. And basically I was out there for a while, over half hour, and the dog came and checked on me. And I should have realized at that point that maybe I shouldn't have stayed with him, but I did for another good 7 years. So that's on me. But that was a good dog. That was a really good dog. I can't say much for the guy. I have 2 roommates, and one roommate's in the middle room, and then there's me with my bamboo dildo that's a vibrator. Actually, it makes lots of loud noises. And then there's the other one who's a sex worker, so she's making lots of loud noises too. And I've been wondering how that middle roommate actually sleeps. I haven't figured it out yet, but she just avoids eye contact. That's what's happening lately. But we do have a stripper pole in the front room, so it's exciting here. It's exciting. It's really good. You'd think I would never be bored, but you know, sometimes it happens. I'm not bored enough though to go on the dating apps. Like, I'm just going to be really frank with you. I've probably spent a good 16 hours of my life on that. That's too much. I now have the age of 40. I just don't have the patience for it. And my life just goes into a black hole when I use it. I would rather do these things. I would rather like sit in a pile of manure, do my roommate's dishes for the rest of the time I live with them, watch Mad About You. I can't stand Helen Hunt's character, but I would rather watch that fucking show from the 90s than do a dating app. That's just where I'm at. So anyway, that's it. That's me. My name's Grace. So good to be here, Mark. Thank y'all.
Thank you, Grace Snyder, and thank you everybody else for joining this dating app. That's what this mic is, a dating app. That's the background. My wine, it's Lambrusco, if anyone's wondering. And also, the best comedian gets to marry me. So we're gonna go to our next comedian, see how he does. I think he might do pretty well. Michael Harrison.
I'm too good for you. I don't give a shit. All right. You'll want to marry me. I'm Canadian. I'd give you free healthcare. Come on.
Woo!
This other comic's gonna do for you, Mark? Huh? Think about it. You're not my type, by the way. You're a man. But you know what my type is? Is like nerdy girls. That's what I'm into. I like nerdy girls. I like mousy girls, socially awkward, some people call them. You know, like I met one girl, she was so socially awkward. I was smitten. Right? I kept flirting with her. Turns out she wasn't even socially awkward. She just hated me. It's funny. My whole strategy, whenever I do go on dates on a first date, it's just I always just compliment the ladies. That's it. I just always compliment the girl. To be fair, there's a line. You can't do it too much. I remember I once complimented a girl so much that I convinced her she was better than me. So that didn't work out. It's hilarious too. Last girl I saw, she made a lot more money than me. Man, that's intense, right? Because someone who's very financially stable, they think of the future. You know, she's like, I want to buy a house, and I was like, ooh, can I pay rent? And that wasn't even the scariest part. Like on that date with her, I took her to a restaurant and she actually asked me if I want to have kids. Kids. Oh, I was like, lady, I don't even know if I want appetizers. Right? Because I understand, I think, why women want to become mothers. Mothers are the most adored creatures that exist. They are. I'd take a bullet for my mom, my dad. I'd be hesitant. Right? Because I can prove that we love our moms more. Did you know Mother's Day was actually created in 1908, whereas Father's Day was signed into law in 1972? Yeah, think about that. It took us 64 years to look at the old guy like, why not? He deserves a day too. Right? He lent me his visa to get those Mother's Day gifts. And even the gifts we get our moms are way better, right? You get them like flowers and chocolates and diamonds. All of those things symbolize love for some reason. I don't understand that. You know, like, I don't understand chocolates. I don't understand how that represents love, right? Like just walking up to a person like, I adore you. Here's diabetes and back acne. Go for it, right? Because then when you think about it, fathers get the worst gifts by far. Number one Father's Day gift is a tie. A tie. How disrespectful. To Papa, whom I love the most. Go to work. Right? Because ties are an abomination of clothing. Think about it. The whole point of clothing is to keep you warm. That's the whole point, right? Whoever walked into a tailor like, I want this part of my sternum to feel toasty right here, okay? And the other reason I don't like ties is they're like by far the most complicated piece of clothing to put on. You know, like anything else, you just apply. Yeah, hat you apply, shirt you apply, pants you apply. But a tie, you need the hands of a magician to get that on. I see people put on a tie. I'm like, you deserve a job. That is very impressive. Like, I swear to you, ties are so difficult. They're the only piece of clothing it's okay to ask another man to help you put on. Right? I can't walk up to a guy outside on the street with my belt, like, need help getting to the fourth loop. Are you in or are you out? Right? Just give it a tug. I won't tell anyone. Anyway, that's my time. I'm posting a sketch in the chat room. Please check it out. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. It just got invited into a film festival, so I'm jacked about that. And thank you guys so much for the time. Cheers.
Yeah, thank you, Michael Harrison. Go smash that subscribe.
Right.
Go help him out. Get those subscribers. So he doesn't have to wear a tie every day. He's very annoyed with going to work and putting on that tie after applying all of his other clothes. I've never quite heard it described that way, but from now on, I'm only applying my pants. So when I put on my pants, I'm applying them. I need to de-apply and apply. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Our next comedian, he knows all about clothes. Ian Ryan Smith.
Yeah, clothes, working. Work is a scam. I'm going to tell you all a joke that everyone seems to like to repeat. You too can be rich if you work hard enough. No. That's not how this works. You have to be born rich. Okay, that's not what this set's about. This set is about my now disabled mother. And how, when she was less disabled, she used to watch Grey's Anatomy because, well, she was a suburban white woman. But what set her apart from other suburban white women, she was a surgeon. Not just any surgeon, she was a breast surgeon. She dealt with breast cancer and breast cancer accessories. So she would watch the show to make fun of it. She'd be watching, they're doing surgery, and she's just there like, they're doing that wrong. That's not how you're supposed to do a kidney transplant. You're supposed to actually get the kidneys first. They should just call this show Ethics Violations. Yeah. I smoke too much weed. I smoke a lot of weed. Too much. And in an attempt to curtail my smoking a little bit, I thought I would discipline myself. Okay, after every bowl, I will do 10 push-ups and 10 sit-ups. And I thought that would help me smoke less. But it just made me really swole. I don't get it.
All right.
It's just crazy. I thought I would, never mind. You know, I also masturbate a lot. I do it so much that my dick is trying to get a restraining order on me. It's trying to get custody of my balls too, which is not okay. I'm killing it. I'm killing it right now. Someday, with my stonks, I hope to be rich enough that Yahoo Finance writes clickbait articles about me. Ian Ryland Smith just bought these 10 high dividend stocks. Click to find out what the fuck they are, you fucking idiot. Sorry, that's the subtext in clickbait articles you don't get to read. It's hidden in the code. All the programmers know what I'm talking about. Do I got any programmers in here? Anyone? Nobody's a programmer? Good. None of you know that I'm lying through my teeth. All right. We're having a great time. You know, someone once told me that humans spend enough money on dog treats to get someone to Mars. And I'm just thinking like, yeah, but I'd rather have my dog happy than to have some other person go to Mars.
True.
So money well spent, in my opinion. All right, that's my time. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ian. Yeah, putting an American flag on Mars is not helping me condition my dog to go to the bathroom in 1 degree temperature. That's what I'm dealing with in Chicago, is trying to get the dog to go in the snow. He won't go if I don't go with him. I tried to stand in the door. He's like, no, you got to go with me. He's like, otherwise, that's cruel. He's like, I'll let the neighbors know.
Mark, when I had a dog in Alaska, the one who checked on me, we would pee in front of the dog to help her pee outside in the woods. Does it matter? Sorry, maybe too much information, but it really helped.
I have yet to go in my yard. I have a lot of neighbors, and
I lived in the woods. What can I say?
I'm gonna move to the woods, I guess. Our next comedian coming up lives in the woods. Patty Mansbach.
Okay. do I have to do comedy? What if you guys just help me with my resume? I don't have to do comedy, whatever. Let's see. What do? I analyze reports of pending workloads to identify outliers in data and use the information to process workloads within the public service indicator goal. What does that mean? I don't know. That doesn't mean, that's a shitty resume, guys. If I had to put the truth in, it'd just be like, got really invested in the Gorilla Glue Girl saga. Oh, fine. Yeah, they got it off. I feel so. Who among us has not used Lysol when we, ran out of deodorant? So we cannot judge when somebody's putting industrial strength glue on their hair. I don't know. Why am I trying to find a Joe Biden? We're socialists now. Why am I looking for a job? We're socialists. I don't want to work anymore. What the fuck? I'm very mad. I want to be communist, man. But I think my favorite job I ever had is when I was in the Peace Corps. And one time I was in the station wagon across West Africa, and the guy, he put his goat on the roof, and then it started peeing all down the open window and down my arm. Yes, it was disgusting. I did not know my first golden shower be the bestiality edition. Did not know that at all. Oh, you thought I was saving the world. No, I was just living my fetish. I don't think I'm allowed to have a fetish because I'm too uptight. But if I did, it'd be faking orgasms. Oh, I used to love it pre-COVID. I feel so powerful and so in control. Next time you have sex, fake orgasm, I promise you're never going to have a real one ever again. It's just, they look at you so smug, but secretly I know they're a goddamn idiot. Yeah, I'm in charge. I don't know. If you guys want to buy, I'm going to say something I realized. You can buy the Girl Scout cookies online. And I did. So, support our troops. And let's see. My dad got a COVID vaccine, which is like, I'm happy. But like really he's the guy you want. Why not give it to like an EMT or like a girl? You're going to give it to him. It's snowing here in Portland. He told me to get a Swifter and use it to clean off my car. What? He thinks the restaurant Chipotle is pronounced Chiptoli and we can't convince him otherwise. You're going to save that. Okay. Are you sure about that? Happy Valentine's Day. I've like never had a Valentine in my life. Oh, I know, so sad, right? It's fine. They always just like seem to die of natural causes right before Valentine's Day. It's crazy. If I can't have you naturally, nobody else can. Just like stab. No, what? Never. No. My crush from high school is still alive, so I haven't gotten around to him yet. How are we doing with our New Year's resolutions? Not good at all. I remember last year, beginning of 2020, I was trying to be all fit and I was doing a bunch of sit-ups and then I got friction burn on my underwear. Yeah, I had to explain to the guy I was hooking up with at the time that the rashes down there were from my lifestyle choices. That did not go over well. I was so in love with him. And then one time I finally worked up the courage to ask him on a date and then he said no. And then the next week, my queen, Kate Brown, Oregon governor, shut everything down because of COVID. Oh, I felt so good. Yeah, woo. He texted me the other day and he said he's sad and depressed. I'm like, good, serves you right. Revenge is a dish best served as takeout only because everything is still closed. You're not vaccinated either. All right. Thank you guys.
Yeah. Thank you, great dating advice and great breaking up advice if you just wait for the governor to shut down your state. It's a clean break at that point, a clean break. Our next meeting coming up, please welcome Amber Gill.
Hey, thanks for having me. Yeah, I really was tempted to make fun of everyone when I came into the room, but I'm so lonely, I definitely can't complain. But it was like about 20 minutes of discussing Bitcoin. I don't know if you all were here for that. Followed with a discussion, a good 5 minutes on whether Laffy Taffy referred to ass or pussy. There, I guess, hard to say. I'm like, oh, the sound of human voices feels so good. We're kind of having snow here in Oregon, big deal for us in Portland anyway. Like, yeah, everything's kind of shut down. Yeah, let's see. You guys were talking about dating apps. I started using an app to track my period. I'm 40. This is the first time I've ever bothered to like be like, hey, when is it happening? And not like trying to do some weird math in my head of remembering an event to remember when I got my period. Anyway, it asks a bunch of questions. Flow app, if you were wondering. Flow, F-L-O app. Okay. Ask you a bunch of questions about your symptoms, like how you're feeling and like if you're having cramps or if you're moody. I just noticed I kept registering like sadness, and I'm like, pretty soon the Flow app's gonna be like, you're gonna get your period this time, but you might also have depression. I'm like, this might not just be a symptom of my flow. Hormones are a very powerful thing though. I noticed like I do get really sad around pre-period time. And then I also have this overwhelming urge to like clean, like micro clean, like my whole life is a fucking mess, but all of a sudden today is going to be the day I get those floorboards really clean. And it's like, yeah, my uterus is like, Nest, get ready. And it's like, I don't know, I have the heart to break it to her, but I'm like, you're embarrassing yourself. Nothing is coming. Like there's no baby, there's no boyfriend, like you're just embarrassing yourself. At least now I know when I'm getting my period. I'm actually dating someone who's out of town right now and whatever. I'm feeling super depressed. So I'm like, yeah, probably for the best. I love this holiday. I was actually just listening to Good Ones and like Emily Blotnick, and she mentioned when you come out with material that's a little bit too red flagsy, like people are more like concerned than like laughing at your jokes. I'm like, that's so relatable. I was thinking back to dating though, dating apps, which I did forever. A lot of people talk shit about like Tinder, or that's just a hookup app. But at the end of the day, I've had very poor luck with it, but I also have 3 very good friends that are in the healthiest, most stable relationships, birthed out of Tinder, or the Tingina, if you will. So it's like, even someone I dated for 8 years found his future wife on Tinder, like while we were dating. So that just speaks to the accuracy, the level of like even if you're in a relationship, you're still gonna find your soulmate if you just keep wading through the trash that is Tinder. I don't know. I'll just end on this last little bit about I used to always put these first dates into my phone, but not under their real name because I didn't really have much faith. I was nihilist. And then also I enjoy wordplay. So it's these random names that I will find in my phone. And I found like, let's say I'll share 5 of them with you. And my vague memory of them either briefly dating or never meeting or whatever happened. So the first one is poet, small penis, non-committal, coder, very big penis, very non-committal. Jared, that guy was super nice and respectful. I really, 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 really wanted to have sex with him, but couldn't.
Yeah.
He had like a rabbit pet that he built like a hut for. Like, it's so sweet. Like, I can't fuck him, but I hope other women do. And then I guess just the last one is Adrian, I barely knew him. And I actually never met him because he was 86th out of the bar they were supposed to meet at. And he's like, oh, I don't know why they asked me to leave. And he's like, just meet me at this other bar. And I looked over and there was like 2 female bartenders. And I'm like, I'm about to Sherlock Holmes this mystery really quick. And they're like creepy as fuck. So that's Adrian. I'll just end it there. Thank you so much, you guys.
Yeah, thank you, Amber Gal. Sorry that the person you're dating's out of town, but it does sound like a very second secret family type thing, like to be out of town on Valentine's Day.
I like the way you're thinking, yeah.
Not to make you paranoid or anything, but our next comedian coming up. I'm not. You're good. Our next comedian coming up, Gio Wagner.
Yeah, my girlfriend told me she doesn't like to date fat guys. Went out to dinner, and after I finished my meal, she kind of feeds me her dish. Should I be concerned? She just keeps feeding me her food. I don't know. Just looking for an excuse to break up with me, you know? What can I say? I was wondering, If an atheist swears and says, like, Jesus Christ, wouldn't that be just like saying Tom Hanks? Doesn't mean anything to him. When he's having sex, does he, can't say, oh God, so he's, oh, forces of nature, oh, physics rules, The girl says, oh God, does he leave? I don't understand. So, beginning of the pandemic, did you guys all have that list of things you wanted to accomplish during your free time you were going to have? Eat better, lose weight. And then I know, I failed there. I'm sure I'm the only one who failed on that, And I know I shouldn't have sat on the couch watching Netflix all day. I know, but I did. I apologize. I should have used my time better. And I did try to do yoga. And the thing is that, I didn't have a mat. Pandemic, I didn't want to go out and get a mat. I didn't want to spend the money on a mat. And yoga without a mat is downward dog on ice. Just doesn't work. And I wanted to create a Facebook group for procrastinators. I just kept putting it off. And I did get let go from my job. I was working at a dealership, and they said I wasn't what they were looking for. They were thinking more, spinning the sign guy, not the waving arms naked guy. But with the pandemic, things are different. Before the pandemic, we watched medical shows, and it was like, ooh, McDreamy's got his ferryboat hat on. After the pandemic, I think he's wearing that mask wrong. But we are much more aware of our bodies, paying close attention to them now. And the human body is a marvel of design. Opposable thumbs, interlocking genitals, my personal favorite. But who had the bright idea to take air filtration and food intake in the same pipe? And what? Let's drain sinuses too. Really, guys? You couldn't think something useful like when I see a pretty girl, have my abs get hard. But I am looking forward to getting back to normal. To be able to see people's smiles, to be able to read their expressions, to be able to accidentally spit on people when I talk. I think that we've reached the time in the movie when the vaccines are being given out. This is when the zombies appear. But I think the twist comes that we're going to have an alien invasion. We're going to spend 2 weeks fighting these aliens, and then COVID's going to kill them all. COVID's going to be the hero after all this. This can't happen that way. All right, well, that's my time.
Yeah, thank you, Gio Wagner. Guys, we got a couple more comics than the fastest minute, but I am getting messages on social media that I didn't properly address the hate speech against Indian food that was going on earlier. So I want to point out that, yes, again, we are fans of Indian food here. I still don't understand that bit, but people are workshopping jokes. It happens. I'm not going to censor people for that. But our next meeting coming up, he needs no censoring at all. He's the self-censored comic, Santa Ha.
Oh, hello. I don't know how I got this reputation, especially with the set that I'm about to do that is just all about how I hate Indian food. No. Oh, hello. I'm Sam. I'm from Egypt. I wasn't actually born in Egypt. I was born in a small country in Asia called Qatar. If Americans don't know where that is, it's probably because you guys have not invaded it yet. Give it time. It's in the Middle East. They have natural gas. You'll get there. I believe in you. I've been agnostic for 6 years now, and I'm seeking political asylum here. And I been feeling a bit anxious about my case, so I wanted to add the religious aspect to it. So I called my lawyer, and she was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, we can add that to your case, but you need to prove it." It's like, you want me to prove my agnosticism to you? Like, that's exactly our point. You can't prove anything. Like, how do you want me to prove that I believe in a maybe? What, you want me to tell you the tale of our tentative prophet and recite a couple of verses from our holy book of uncertainty? I can show you our prayer. It's done by closing your eyes, facing the moon, and shrugging, which is also the symbol of our religion. Muslims have the crescent, Christians have the cross, Jews have the Star of David, and we have the shrugging emoji. You can see it on our church, the Church of Maybe. It's right next to the statue of Saint Who Knows Esteem, our patron saint of perhaps. Which is why I'm doing this bit right now. You guys are now all legally witnesses in my case, in my immigration case. I'll send you an email. You have to sign it. I broke up with one of my therapists this week. Yes, plural. I used to have 2 therapists. Not because I have too many issues, just because I didn't know how to break up with the first one. So I decided to start seeing a new therapist to help me resolve my issues so I can break up with the first one. And I finally did it this week, which was, I was afraid of it. I kept rehearsing my lines. It's like, how am I going to explain myself? Should I lie? Should I tell the truth? Then I decided to do the mature thing and just sent her a text. But when you get a new therapist, you have to do this thing where you just have to like kind of reorganize your set and your bits of mental illnesses. It's like I was like, okay, let me open up with depression and ADHD, and then I will close with abandonment issues and suicidal thoughts. Like, let's not scare her right away. But my favorite thing to do with a new therapist is something that I'm calling trauma bombing. It's where you drop the most traumatic information about your life at the last minute before you leave the session. You're like, great session, Jennifer. I hope you have a great week. I was molested 4 times. See you next week. Yes, molestation. I'm kind of mad about that, by the way. Not because of the experiences themselves, that's implied. But for somebody who was molested that many times, I should be funnier than this. Like, the loss of childhood innocence is not the disappointing part. It's the part where I'm not hilarious because of it. Like, I got all the molestations and none of the benefits. A person who had childhood divorce should be funny, but a person who had childhood divorce, multiple molestations, I witnessed my mom have a failed suicide attempt at the age of 4, and I'm funny, not hilarious. Like, on paper, somebody with my childhood should be a Robin Williams, but I'm not even close to being a Greg Fitzsimmons. Life is unfair. Is that joke offensive to Greg Fitzsimmons? I don't know what's happening. I get the blank stares from people who are like, no, how dare you offend? You're not even close to saying his name. Well, that's my time. I'll get off on molestation. Thank you so much, you guys.
Jesus, thank you, Sam. That was great. Sam, I hope you win the grand prize on Valentine's Day and get to marry me than the visa process.
Yes.
We're going to keep rolling. We got 2 more comics. Our next speaker coming up. Please welcome Ethan Masters.
Hello, greetings. I feel like my name is Ethan. Sam, I'm sorry, but my first couple of jokes were about agnosticism. So I was a big agnostic is like a big cop out. You know, I feel like you shouldn't be able to believe like both ways. You know,
it's the buy of belief.
Right. No, I know, but it's like, I think you should be able to place your bets early on and then just kind of like ride it out until the end, until you die. Just kind of make a decision. I don't know. I met an agnostic dude when I was in high school, right? And he was like, yeah, you know, there might be a God, but how do you know it's called a God? Like, what are you going to call it? Steve? Like, I don't know. But I feel like agnostics are just obsessed with being right. Like, if we all died and it turns out that there is no God, the agnostic would just be like, I mean, I told you guys I doubted it, right? But if there was a God, they'd be like, I mean, I only said I doubted it, you know, just being, I don't know. I've been having a lot of car trouble recently. So I've been dealing with a lot of mechanics, right? And I've come to the conclusion that I'm far too nice. Like, I don't know anything about cars, so I just trust everything they say, right? Like, I've never paid so much for something that I know so little about. I feel like a Scientologist. I don't know. But I don't know. Like, I trust every word they say. Like, they can tell me, like, hey, Ethan, your electric fantabulizer is not pumping enough moon juice into the crock pot. I'd be like, well, I mean, you know, if it's the moon juice we're talking about, we gotta fix it. I don't know. You know, I'll pay whatever it costs. Like, I'll get my guys on it right away. You know, I don't know. I just feel like why do, and that's a whole nother topic. I'm going on a different tangent. Like, why do all, like they said they get their guys right on it. Like, why do all blue collar workers refer to the people who are gonna do the job as their guys? I feel like that shouldn't be a reassuring thing. If you guys are gonna hold America's infrastructure together, I'd appreciate a little bit more identification. You know, can I get some first names? Like, what are their hobbies? You know, I don't know. Like, imagine you went to a doctor and he's like, hey man, I need a quadruple bypass. And he's like, yeah, I'll get my guys right on it. No worries. But you know, I'd feel a lot more comfortable if mechanics refer to the guys that are going to do the job as their colleagues. You know, like, hey, I think that we get some more background information. Like, hey, these are my colleagues, Tony and Steve. Tony's our resident diesel mechanic and train enthusiast, and Steve likes snakes. I don't know. But I'm 23, and I live with my mom. And she wants me to move out, and I get that, right? But she wants me to move out so much so that she made me get a Tinder. Right? So like some dudes are like messaging girls with like, you know, cheesy pickup lines. I'm messaging girls like, hey, I'm only here because my mom made me. But I find, or you know, seriously, if my mom could arrange my marriage, she would. I don't know, like she's like coaching me through like Tinder, like me talking to these women, right? So I'm like I'm talking to these women using like pop culture references like from the late 80s. It's like, hey Janet, would you like a mixtape of songs with only The Cure, New Order, and Depeche Mode? You know, very desirable. But one thing that I learned, you know, on Tinder, you know, since I live at home, right? Right, like I realize you need to set an age max on Tinder, otherwise you start seeing all the divorced moms of people you went to high school with.
Yeah.
Like you see like Christy, age 55, and you start flipping through the pictures, like, oh, Garrett's mom, you know. Like that'd be a weird way to like a weird angle to take. Like, hey Christy, you want to go out on a date? I know your son. He once put a maxi pad on my face in the lunchroom. All right. That's about it. Thank you guys.
Yes. Thank you, Ethan Masters. Guys, we got one more comic, and then we got a surprise drop in before the first minute, but we're gonna keep rolling through. Ying Vigilant. Oh, I just added instead of switched over. There you go.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for sticking around. Happy to be here, Mark, every Sunday. I see some few new faces, so I have to reintroduce myself again. Yeah, my name is Ying Vigilant. I'm from Spokane, Washington, but originally I was born and raised in mainland China, guys. Yeah, but don't worry, okay? All my jokes are made in America. So I have a very heavy Alabama accent. It's very cute, guys. So another thing about me is I am a single mother. Okay, 3 times. Yes, 3 times. So Sam, not like you, I like to drop all my adulthood drama in the beginning of my set, okay? Not the end. Yeah, because hey, it's a good thing or bad thing? You tell me. You know, single mothers 3 times, very dramatic each time. You know, I knew though from a Chinese community, it's not a good thing. It's not. They basically abandoned me, says, hey, why are you doing this to yourself? You know, the first generation of an immigrant is all about work, and hard work. The American dream, you know, that shit. You leave this gay and lesbian and the divorce and single mother shit to the second generation of immigrant. Okay, you kid, why are you doing this? You know, your first generation of immigrant. I'm like, hey, I don't know. I don't know. I guess they're saying you're so too Americanized. And I said, no, I read a book. I read other books. The book says, hey, life is all about journey. Okay, it's not about destination. So my 3 relationship, each one have kids, right? It's 3 journeys. I just did a 3 journey. I'm working on my 4th. All right. I haven't found anybody, but working on my fourth journey. I guess my I don't know, lifestyle is like on my deathbed. I'm probably working on my seventh and eighth journey. Yeah. Okay, guys, you tell me that's good or bad. So recently I was reading a study about why people have long life longevity. Okay, one main thing is brain. The brain size, the bigger the brain, the longer life that you live. You know, that's one of the reasons. Okay, so I'm zooming and focus on that one. How do you get a bigger brain? So they're saying, yes, new life experiences you can explore, you know, and it's like, yeah, exactly. Wink, wink. I knew I was out to something. New life experience, you think you find a new partner, that's not a new path, new journey, move to a different country. You know what I'm saying? Wow, great. So I'm the expert is on my case. I am on their team, guys. Those are 50-year marriage anniversary. Okay, Valentine's Day. I don't want to rip them. Sounds boring to me, guys. Diamond marriage? What's up with that? Okay, yeah, I think when they die, because the no stimulation, when you live with one person for 60, 70 fucking years, your brain shrinks, okay? Like that. So, all right, that's my time, guys. That's my time. Happy Valentine's Day. Okay, I'm going for the fourth.
Thank you, Yang Vigilant. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. We're going to do the fastest minute, 1 second. In the meantime, we had a drop in to respond, I think, to a lot of the derogatory comments about Indian food. The most bearded Indian guy I know, and I know a lot of Indian guys, so that means a lot. Pratik Srivastava.
Yeah. I was on another show, logged off. I was on my Facebook feed, and the Fun Simulation feed shows up, and there's some fucking comic who looks like Dan Levy just fell into the washer dryer, was on your mic, and he's shouting about Indian food. And I'm like, you know what? I think I got to log on. So that's literally the only reason I joined this mic today, is to address this shit. If you don't like Indian food, go fuck yourself. That's the first thing. Like, you can't handle your spices. You know, you need to step up to the plate. You're like, oh yeah, I like Complex Magazine and Hot Ones. You know what the original Hot Ones was? Devon Avenue in Chicago, Illinois. That's the original spicy food. Go down there and eat that shit. That's the first thing you can do. Secondly, Indian food has a lot of colors in it. You know what? Good. Food should have colors in it. You know why? Because I had blood pudding, and there were no colors in blood pudding. It was the boring ass fucking food ever. Get the fuck out of here. You know what? Old Country Buffet needs some more color to that. Bring that shit back. Oh, and then here's the other thing, because it is Valentine's Day. I will say this. Don't eat Indian food before you have sex. You know why? Lamb is not a good meal for sex, right? Lamb is the crystal meth of meats, all right? Don't eat lamb before you have sex. Don't fucking do that. But you know what? Don't eat any meat before you have sex. Oh, Mexican food is masculine. That's what the fuck he was saying. No, don't eat Mexican food before you have sex either. That shit is going to go bad either. You know what you should eat before having sex? You should have a little bit of salad and melatonin pills. That's all you need to eat before you have sex. That's all you need to do. Do some yoga. Take some Kama Sutra placemats at every Indian restaurant. Put that in your mouth, and then you go have sex, all right? But don't be knocking Indian food, all right? No, Indian food's fucking fantastic. You know, my whole culture, and by the way, I'm not Captain India, by the way, all right? Because I don't give a fuck about Apu from The Simpsons. My favorite character was Mr. Burns. So I didn't give a fuck about Apu from The Simpsons. My favorite minority cartoon character is Khan Supanusan from King of the Hill. King of the Hill is way better than The Simpsons, by the way, but that's a whole other, I don't got time for that. I'll be here forever if I get into that shit. So I'm not Captain India. I like fucking good food that isn't bland, all right? And I've had all the white people food, right? Because you know why? I worked at a VFW hall for 3 years. It was just mashed potatoes and tuna noodle casserole. So I've jained good old white people food forever, right? So I know my business, right? I'm not some fucking piece of shit, all right? So yeah, so eat good food, have a little bit of culture in your food, have a little bit of color in your food, and maybe don't crib everything from Indian culture, right? Because yoga is being taught by white women now. We need more brown dudes with beards teaching yoga, like back in the day. We need some of that shit. So don't take everything from Indian culture. Enjoy the food. Enjoy some Valentine's Day. music, but most of Valentine's Day music is R&B that was stolen from Black people. So maybe let's not steal culture from other cultures. How about that? All right. I would love to listen to good white people music, which would probably be Toby Keith and Clint Black. That's some good white people music. So maybe I should appropriate white people culture back, and then I can come back on this mic and appropriate that too. But you know what? I basically did appropriate this mic. So you know what? I did appropriate one thing from white people, and that's open mic comedy. So it's going to be a good time. But Mark Hornbeck, and I'm leaving, but I will say Mark Hornbeck, legitimately, no joke, is the Kevin Bacon of Indian people. This man knows so many Indian people. This man knows Kim Thale from Soundgarden's father. I don't even know that guy. So that's some real Indian people shit. But this has been a good fun simulation. Support multicultural food. Food should be colorful and should be fucking bland. Good night.
Yeah, thank you, Pratik.
Got
There we
Mike.
go. We're averting getting canceled because of that. We were going to get canceled for hate speech, and we brought up a good counterpoint from Pratik, and I think we stand with Pratik in Indian.
I didn't take a breath during any of that.
Yeah, breathe, take a breath. Get Papa Samosa for energy. He'll be good. We're gonna do this.
Mimosas are the pierogies of white people food.
They're so good though. They're so good. I will not even lie about that. I used to go before COVID. I would go to Pratik mentioned Devon Avenue in Chicago. That's like Little India, if you want to call it that.
Yeah.
It's right next to Little Pakistan too. It's very strange. Just go like a couple blocks away. And then it turns Orthodox Jew if you go too far. It's weird. But no, I used to go there and I would get, this is a little hack if you're in Chicago, you get a thali platter, which is like 5 different curries and 5 appetizers. And it's a very rude thing to get to go because like, it's a lot of food for them to pack and it's only like $13 and they pack all these little things in it. And I ordered 2 of them. And they used to pack both of them individually just for me and my wife to eat. And then eventually I talked to them like, when I ordered this, you could pack them together. Like, it's fine. We're sharing them. Like, it's so much to pack. Last time I went there, I ordered my food and I went in there and the guy looked shocked and he goes, I just gave your food to some lady that came in. And she's like, she said it was hers. And so she stole $36 in food that took probably 30 minutes to pack. And I was like, oh man, no. And they're like, no, we know you. That's totally cool. They're like, she seemed like she was on drugs. I'm like, so you thought that's who I'm eating this with is some drug that came in all the food. And he was like, oh, no. He's like, but she was really high. And I'm like, okay, well, again, that's not making us any more friends. They gave me a free coffee mug. I still use it, a Udupi Palace coffee mug. And then when they made my food, and then I tipped them again because I felt bad. And then when I was driving home, I got a phone call and some lady just goes, are you Mark Hornbeck? And I go, yeah. And she goes, what am I eating? Is there chicken in this stuff? What is it? So I immediately called back the restaurant and gave them the phone number. They called the police. I just Googled the phone. I pulled over and Googled the phone number on the way home, and you could find out who it was. It was some lady. It was like some lady. It was some lady who was the daughter of a professional soccer player. So I'm like, there you go. Deal with that. So that was my little. I've been back there since. They do love me. They're great people. They usually do give me free stuff every time. They give me like. Because it takes so long to pack, I'll tip a good amount for carry out, and then they'll just grab something off the counter and just throw it into the bag when I come in. Very strange. So I have a bunch of Udupi Palace memorabilia at this point, I think. But go down there and support. And I also bought, Pratik, I bought that one movie, the Matrix movie, one time when I went to Udupi.
Yeah, that fucking weird ass Indian Matrix.
Premiere that one day. There's basically an Indian movie, a Bollywood movie that is basically like the Matrix. And it's amazing. And we were going to, I think last year we were talking about doing a premiere of it, and just kind of doing like a show and talking over it. So maybe if COVID keeps going, we'll do that some night. Okay, it's time for the fastest minute in comedy now.
Sweet.
We haven't been here before. I posted the list. It's 1 minute. I time you and I just move to the next person. I just introduce the next person. So get ready for it to be you. If people leave or aren't paying attention, I'll skip through them. We're gonna start with the first person on the list tonight. Will Prepara, go.
Hey, I'm trying to get rid of this toxic relationship in my brain, and people are always saying to me, "Hey, man, one day you're gonna look back on this and laugh." No, I won't. I'm not gonna be around the campfire going, "Hey, remember that time I felt emotionally trapped?" That's it.
Okay. Gary Hughes, go, 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 go.
All right. I made a skit and a trigger warning. It's about, flame retardant, the chemical that has things burn slow. And I have a skit about this person surviving a fire. He's like, oh, if it wasn't for that retarded blanket, I would be dead. I should build everything retarded. I need this retarded. And I told my friend this before, and it's a bad skit when your friend's like, yo, you better than this, man. You better than this. I was like, what you mean? I was like, it's hilarious. Anyway, but I also thought I was cool until I realized I'm one of those people that have old baseball cards and stuff collected, and I just realized I'm not that cool. That's it. That's all. You can go next.
Go, 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 go.
Oh man, actually, I had the basketball cards that came out from McDonald's in 1992 for the Summer Olympics, and I fucking can't find them, and I want them so bad. But to make up for that, right now, I'm listening to Scottie Pippen's voice. He puts me to sleep every night. He's telling the story of basketball. It's so sexy. Sometimes I turn it off and then, well, never mind. But yeah, like I'm loving the Sleep Calm app. If y'all ever use it, it's a great way to have a little ASMR when you need it, you need a little help in bed, or just when you when you need to fall asleep. I went into a Whole Foods the other day. I don't do it very often, but I did go in there. I bought myself flowers, and I realized at one point I was walking around in my underwear, which is just actually one mask instead of two, because that's the thing now. That's it. That's all I have.
There you go.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Ian Ryan Smith, I accidentally muted him. Sorry about that.
Thank you. I think it's kind of weird when people say certain people's own certain music, because that's dumb. Like, how do you own like certain aspects of music? Like, what if the guy who invented the major scale was just like, nope, the major scale is only for white Catholic Italians. That's it. No one else can use the major scale. Like, that's fucked. And people are like, white people stole blues from black people. It's like, they're in 12/8 time and they play 3 chords. Like, what's to steal? Like, come on.
Ian.
What? 3 chords in 12/8 time. There's nothing too impressive here, okay? You can't own a time signature or a 3-chord progression. Come on. That doesn't belong to anybody. That's just... Okay, never mind. I'm done.
Eddie Mansbach, go, 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 go.
Oh no, who let these white guys have opinions tonight? This is ruining Valentine's Day. Damn it. Now it's time for the white lady to tell you what it's really like. Let's see. Oh, Oregon, they just decriminalized all the drugs, which is that your degree?
It's my
Okay.
music
They
degree,
just
yes.
decriminalized all the drugs,
Yes.
which is really cool. Because if you got caught with drugs now, they give you a ticket for $100. Do you know what your speeding ticket costs? $270. What the hell, man? I just got another ticket. I'm really good at the tickets, guys. The cop pulled me over and he said I was texting and driving, which is freaking bullshit. I was taking selfies and driving, and there was a really big difference. I should have just done meth. It would have been much cheaper. I don't know. Thank you, guys.
I was gonna go to Amber Gill, but her video's not started, so I'll have to come back and try later. Is Gio Wagner still here? I don't see Gio.
Yeah, I'm here.
I don't see Gio. There's Gio. Gio Wagner, go, 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 go.
Yeah, I was talking to friends of mine who are getting married. They want to have kids. They said they want to have one of each. I said, with the current list of 29, that's a lot of kids. It's a lot of kids. But yeah, it does bring up that whole pronoun issue. And I've solved it. I've got the answer. Y'all. It's inclusive. It means everybody. And you know what? As a bonus, it pisses off the rednecks. So, and I don't understand this whole QAnon cabal thing. Tom Hanks, Hillary Clinton. Really? Why isn't Betty White there? She should be the poster child for this. She's 99. She looks 50. Come on, really? Make it believable, guys. Let's see what else we got here. Real quick. That's it. We're good. We're good.
Muted yourself.
Sam.
Oh, okay. Hi. Valentine's Day material. I think it's a great thing that our bodies can tell the difference between sex and masturbation. because I haven't had sex in 3 years. But from my body's point of view, we have repopulated Earth. I just suck at being single because I'm a terrible salesman, because I know exactly what's wrong with the product and I can't wait to tell you about it. I can't dance. I don't know how to flirt. I've been to Vegas 3 times and did not get laid. It's not just that I don't have game. I don't even have the console that the game is played on. Like when I lost my virginity at 27. Don't judge me. I'm a loser in your culture. I'm a hero in mine. I come from a culture where nobody understood what was funny about the title of the movie, the 40-year-old version. You're like, what? He didn't find the good Muslim woman or an apartment on time? That's not really a comedy. That's a documentary in my culture. I think that's a minute.
The masters, go.
Hello, it's Valentine's Day and I'm alone, and that's fine with me. You know, I just feel like I'm just not confident enough to like have a girlfriend. You know, like girls want like bad dudes. I'm not a bad dude. Like I'm a nice guy. I'm a super kind person. One time I pet a turtle. That's how nice I am. I pet turtles. I don't know. I've had the intercourse before. I've had the sex. You know, I would equate having sex with me to like going to a Hardee's. You know, like nobody wants to go to a Hardee's, but if it's there on the side of the highway, you're like, fuck it, I'll lower my standards this one time. I don't know. And I don't know. I got nothing. One time I don't know. I got nothing. Thank you guys.
Yeah, Ying Vigilant, go.
Yeah, so stock market is keep going up, right? And lifting all boats, including penny stocks. And even my son start eating salad. That's what's up. Lifting everything. It was like last month. And he was just asking me, why didn't you make salad? I was like, since when that you like eating greens? You know, and he just saying, these nuts, I just want to eat salad now. So now I have a hope. All the eggplants, cauliflowers, and the broccoli. He's going to start eating those. So that's my hope, and that's what's up. Everything's up. Thank you for President Biden. That's my time. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Ying. I don't see Amber is not back yet, so thank you guys for coming out this week. Surprise drop-ins, all sorts of learning about your dating lives. That was really rewarding. I'll see you all next week for